You may be tuning in because you're a Magic the Gathering fan. You may be tuning in because you're a Final Fantasy fan. You may be tuning in because of the first video that we've posted in the last couple days, but a couple days ago was the pre-release day for the Final Fantasy set for Magic the Gathering. Now, you may be asking yourself, if you pay attention to Man vs. Meeple, why isn't Ryan here? He's the Magic the Gathering guy. Well, Ryan couldn't be here. Plus, while I'm not a big Magic the Gathering guy or a TCG player at all, really, I am a Final Fantasy fan, or at least I have a special connection to Final Fantasy. So all of that nostalgia made me go over to the store, Family Time Games, by the way, local here in Indy, to pick up a starter set so that I could play it, maybe some boosters so that I could open them, because I love opening cards. But what I didn't know is I was going to be able to leave the store with this, which is a booster box, but the collector's boosters. This is roughly $700 worth of cards, and I think that's the MSRP. Like, this is a pricey set for Magic the Gathering, and I didn't buy this. Just full disclosure, as I was walking out the store owner, Shane, said, "Hey, David, if you're gonna open some of these up on camera, take one of these. I just have to return them to him." So any of the ones that you're gonna see open today will probably be available as singles at some point. I'll give you the link below, but we're gonna open these packs. I bought 3 of those packs myself, and I got this card right here. This is the excitement of opening packs, particularly when you're talking about the values of these cards. I found a Cloud X Soldier. Now, a few things about this. This is a mythic rare card. The art is extended off the side, so this is sort of full art, and it's got the Surge foil. I don't know if you can see this. I'll try to show it off here on camera, but a lot of these cards are foil. In fact, I think maybe all of the cards in these booster packs are foil, or a lot of them are, but there's something called Surge foil, and the Surge foil is a special effect. This basically is a card that has everything going on for it, plus it's Cloud. If you're not familiar with Final Fantasy, this is from Final Fantasy VII. He's probably the one character that's synonymous with the property. It's why I have this Buster Sword here behind me on the wall. But enough of all this. I'm gonna get to opening the box. We don't do a lot of box openings here. Show it to you right there. But from what I understand, people want to know that you're legitimately opening boxes, because I've seen some booster pack openings where it's like a ridiculous amount of really good cards, which wouldn't be possible. So I'm going to keep this as legit as possible, keep everything on camera as I'm opening these things. You can see me opening the booster box here. And there are 12 packs of boosters in this box. So I'm gonna go one by one and try to keep this on camera as well as I possibly can. So let's just get to opening. Now, another thing is I don't open these a lot, as I just said. And there are I've seen some openings of these recently, and some people do them in a unique way where they take some of the cards and put them sort of on the back. I am going to change it up a little bit. We're going to go this way. And I believe what this means is we're gonna see some of the best cards right away. I'm not really sure, but I'm gonna try to lay them right here. All of them usually come with one of these, a token creature, hero, or sometimes it's an art card or something like that. Yeah, these are the good ones right off the bat. I'm gonna leave that as a template. We've got, Kaja. This is a rare legendary creature. Now, I'm not gonna comment too much on these. Like, I'm no Magic expert, so I wouldn't be able to go, I'll tell you exactly what this is gonna do in game. But to make it exciting for all of us, I'm gonna put the values, at least as of recording, up on screen so you can see what you're playing with here. Just so you know, each of these booster packs, I think, is going for $60 plus. I wanna say Family Time Games had them closer to MSRP, which is like in the $40 to $50 range. But yeah, online, you'll see these things, just unopened packs for $60. So we'll see how the values of these cards go up against that. Then we've got Endwalker, Uncommon. We've got another rare, Summoner Sending. Now, I am familiar with more than just Final Fantasy VII. This is Yuna from Final Fantasy X. And if you are a fan, or whether you're not a fan, they have down here in the lower left-hand corner some reminders of the card number, the rarity, but also the Final Fantasy that the card is from. Zodiark, this is a rare from Final Fantasy 14, which is the online Final Fantasy. Got Summoning Materia, Bartz and Boko. Oh, by the way, side note, what we're hunting here for are Surge Foil Mythic Rares and, if possible, the Traveling Chocobos. There are some Chocobos, which is a bird creature in Final Fantasy that the characters ride on. There's some that are gold, and there's only 77 of those. They're numbered. Those are the golden, the holy grail of these packs. But there are also a bunch of different colored Chocobos that you can get as well that are also high value cards. We've got an Island Land, Secret Rendezvous, Summon, Fenrir, and a lot of these are, well, that one isn't, but some of these are double-sided. Again, I'm not sure exactly how Magic the Gathering works, but there are some double-sided cards. Ignis, Delivery Moogle. I mean, if you're a fan of Final Fantasy, you're going to find some stuff here that you're really, really going to love in terms of the art. And I promise I won't comment through all of these packs because I want to get through these as quickly as possible. So just pay attention to that little $ in the corner to see why we're getting excited. Here's a land town, and then Gubu Gardener. Boom, there you go. I'll try to keep these as centered as possible. That is pack number 1. On to pack number 2. Ooh, some of these can be a little tough to open. I've seen people open them different ways. I am no certainly expert at opening them. I also don't want to ruin the cards. Like, what if you accidentally just was manhandling one of those Chocobo cards? It would not be a good thing. All right, we've got the hero here. Ooh, we've got Jet, rare, full art, not Surge. Oh, this is cool. I don't know, this is just an uncommon card, but it's really cool because it uses actual graphics from the game. We've got Ultima here. No Surge foils that I've seen. Another rare. Another rare. Ooh, Excalibur 2. This is a sword from, I want to pronounce the name Seifert from Final Fantasy IX. Forest Land. Summon Fat Chocobo. It's just a common. Judge Magister. Clash of Econs. Opera Love Song. I want to say, yeah, this is from Final Fantasy. Well, Final Fantasy VI, it says down here. But for those of us in the States, this was Final Fantasy III on Super Nintendo. There's a Summon, Primal Garuda. Sage's Noliths. Saboteur. And Shinra Enforcers. All right. That's 2 of 12. So we've got a hot minute to get through all these. I think I like this way of opening the packs. Boom. So I'm trying to think. Oh boy. Now this is a good one. This, I think, is a good one. This is Sephiroth, One-Winged Angel. It's not a Surge foil, but Sephiroth is basically Cloud's nemesis in Final Fantasy VII. This just says that it's a common, so I don't know. It looks like it's... Oh yeah, this is really not anything terribly special, I don't think, because it's just one of those sort of token cards. We've got a rare Dion. Ooh, we've got a rare Crystal of the Altar Cave. Now, a lot of these cards, too, that look like this, these are reskins of existing Magic the Gathering cards. Otherwise, they're not. We've got a rare Vincent Valentine. And here's one of the double-sided ones. So Vincent Valentine also has this, the Galleon Beast. No Surge foils, though. We got Aerith, also from Final Fantasy VII. Interceptor. I have not seen that card yet. Another rare. Speaking of all the rares that you're seeing here, unlike the normal boosters, you're going to get just a lot higher rate of drops in these collector's packs, let alone them being a lot of foil as well. Got a basic land. Summon Esper. Summon Shiva. We're into the uncommons now. Side quest. Shantoto. Tactician Magician. A Toneberry. Remember those guys from the game. Crossroads Village. Call the Mountain Chocobo. Now, this is not one of those Chocobo cards I was talking about, so everyone settle down. And then we've got the Adventurers Inn, which is a land town. I'm going to try to open this next one, saving the good ones for the end, if I can. Okay, so what they do is they do like this and put those back there and flip them over. We'll see. Got that land. Got an uncommon Fang. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That is a Surge Foil. So we've got a Surge Foil on this uncommon Fang right here. I don't know if you can see that, but it definitely has sort of that streaky foil effect going on in it. Black Waltz. Garland. Self-Destruct. The Crystal's Chosen. Ahriman. Windhurst. I remember this. This is from one that I played. Final Fantasy 11. Blitzball from Final Fantasy 10. There's our hero. Yeah, here we go. And then we've got the Rare Summon Titan. This one's probably pretty good. It's rare. It's a Titan. Art going off the sides. We've got Squall Leonhardt. Just an uncommon. Sarah Ferrone. Rare. Locke Treasure Hunter. Other rare. The Earth Crystal. And Clive's Hideaway. Clive is from Final Fantasy 16, which is the most recent one. Oof, that's 4. We're a third of the way through. All right. I tried to do that same thing again. Oh boy. Pa pa pa. Oh, try not to see the cards. Basic land. Oh, this is a pretty cool one. It is not Surge Foil. Stolen Uniform. Gaius Van Bezer. Is that from 12? No, that is from 14. Oh, 14 is an online version of Final Fantasy. We've got Eden. Cloud of Darkness. Samurai's Katana. Blitzball Shot. That's Waka from Final Fantasy X. Combat Tutorial, also Tidus from Final Fantasy X. Vincent's Limit Break. That's a cool card. That art is awesome. It's just a common card, but it's really cool looking. Here we've got the hero from the deck. So we've got Jill. Shiva's Dominant. This is just foil, but it's one of those two-siders. We got that Search for the Frozen Esper. Ooh, this one's pretty cool. This is another version of that Vincent card. Vincent Valentine with different art, I think, than the last one we had, and that Galleon Beast. Cool. Yeah, I don't know the values off the top of my head as I'm recording this, but like I said, I'll look them up right after so that we can get those in the video. We've got Zell from Final Fantasy 13. Ooh. And we've got a Sephiroth, Fallen Hero. There's nothing terribly special about the card, but I think this little icon here, it's just a rare, but this means it's from one of the commander sets. And the Water Crystal. We're approaching the halfway point. And remember, you want to stay tuned because pop one of those chocobos is going to be exciting. I might have to pause for a moment and turn the cameras off if we open up a chocobo. So I'm going to put these. No, I'll put these here. Flip it over. Oh, cool. There's some cards I just haven't seen, which are cool. I mean, they're just uncommon, but that's really nice. The artwork is just fantastic in this. That is Vanille. What's she from? She's from 13. I didn't play a lot of 13. Giot. Relentless. XATMO 92. Rydia's Return. Sleep Magic. Slash of Light, Aerith Rescue Mission, Town Greeter, here's the hero, and we've got Venat, Heart of Helen, Hydaelyn, full art, rare, Golbez, it's just an uncommon. There's that Jill Shiva's Dominant again. This time it is just, there's no foil. Go-Go, Master of Mimicry. There's a mythic, nothing other than that special about it. And then we've got Summon, Brynhildr, the Ancient Adamantoise, and a Swamp card. I say but I don't know. There could have been an incredibly valuable card in there. Sometimes we were opening the 3 packs that I bought myself. I was opening, and I was surprised to see some of them that were pretty pricey for I don't know what reason. They were uncommon cards. Again, if you're a Magic the Gathering aficionado, you might be able to tell me down in the comments below why that would be the case. Okay, let's get some of these here. All right, we've got this land. We've got Summon Fenrir, Torgal, a Fine Hound, Omega, Dragoon's Lance. That's from an old one, isn't it? No, Final Fantasy XIV. But a lot of the things throughout Final Fantasy have kind of like repeated throughout the video games. Valkyrie, Mizdian Elder, Summon, GF Ifrit, another common, Namazu Trader. Then we are to the hero. Ooh, this is one I haven't seen. I've seen a water crystal, but I have not seen a wind crystal. This is a rare. Newfound Adventure. This art is really cool. Again, this is just an uncommon card, but I love that art. Then we've got Jack from Final Fantasy X, Yuna's Whistle from Final Fantasy X, and then finally Summon, Esper, Valagarmanda, and Tella, the Great Sage. Okay. Plains, that is from Final Fantasy 15 for sure. That was one of the more sort of modern ones. Crystal Fragments, Garnet, Princess of Alexandria, Summon Esper, A.S. Van Balezar, another of the Stolen Uniform with different art. We mentioned that one earlier. Treno Dark City, the Gigatoad, the Item Shopkeep. Here we are with the hero card. Okay. We got some cards here. Raban, Bull of Alamigo. That is a rare. Oh, and it is a Surge foil. I may have missed a couple of Surge foils, but that is another Surge foil one. Terra Branford, another mythic rare. Ooh, Sphere Grid, which is rare, which I haven't seen, but Sphere Grid, by the way, this is from Final Fantasy X. This is the system they had in place for leveling up your characters. It is one of the coolest systems in Final Fantasy history. Siegfried, Famed Swordsman. Oh, Genova, Ancient Calamity. I don't know if that's a valuable card, but that is a pretty significant card in Final Fantasy history and Final Fantasy VII. And then the Astrologians Planesphere, which is an artifact. Whew. We might get the game played. Like I said, I have a starter set. We don't play a lot of Magic around here. Ryan does. Ryan is a TCG player for sure. But I generally don't play them. And when I play with Ryan, he clobbers me, so it's not generally the most fun for me in the world. But maybe I'll get it played with Alicia, my wife, on channel. We've got Basic Land, Forest, Ooh, it's just uncommon, but I haven't seen Zidane. Zidane is from Final Fantasy IX, which was a very more fantasy-based look to it after 7 and 8. Vanille. Quina. Choco Comet. Eject. I'm seeing some cards that I haven't seen before here. Cornered by Black Mages. That's cool. Hecdize. Guadasalam. And we get into the rares. Golbez. Crystal Collector. Dawn's Warrior Legacy. Ooh, this one's pretty good, although it's not got a foil treatment. But we've got Tidus, Yuna's Guardian. This is Tidus from Final Fantasy X. Summon, Primal Odin. And then Cyan or Cyan, I'm not sure. Cyan, Vengeful Samurai. He's from Final Fantasy VI. So I assume that must be Final Fantasy III here in the States. And then Tifa Lockhart. That's a pretty good rare. Tifa's another popular character from Final Fantasy VII. I'm not sure. You're probably not watching if you're not a fan of Final Fantasy. So if you are, you probably know all the information that I'm sharing. So I apologize. 3 more packs left. Okay, let's see here. Flip those. Basic Land, Swamp. I haven't seen this one either. Prompto. Another Stolen Uniform. That's like the one we had earlier, but this one is not foil. You can actually appreciate the art a little more on this one. We got Crystal Fragments. We got Black Waltz number 3. Prompto again. Different piece of art. Grand Pulse Ocho. The Scorpion Sentinel. Yeah, that's from Final Fantasy VII. It's like the first boss fight in that video game. Resentful Revelation, another one featuring Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII. Here's the hero card. Ooh, okay, this one I think is pretty good. It's not a, I don't think that's a Surge foil, but it's Excalibur 2. That is a, I think we saw that earlier. This is Cypher, but this one has foil applied to it. Then we've got Noctis, Lucius Callum. This one's from Final Fantasy 15. Again, never played 15. We got Tifa again, the martial artist. Oh, wait a minute. And then we've got Cypher. This one's from Final Fantasy 8. I do remember Cypher from Final Fantasy 8. Kefka, Dancing Mad. And Furion, Wild Rose Warrior. Again, just to double check, I don't think any Surge foils in there, but maybe some valuable cards. I don't really know at the moment. All right, got a Mountain, Eden, Seat of the Sanctum, another Prompto. Although this one is just like that last card, but this has the art going off the borders. I'm not sure what it's called. I've heard people call extended art, borderless. I think there may be a difference between the two. If you know, please let me know down in the comments. I am a bit of a Magic the Gathering noob, and by bit, I mean a lot. We've got Overkill. We've got Zack Fair. World Map. Very cool. That one is from Final Fantasy 1. You're Not Alone. Again, a lot of little common cards here that I haven't seeing. Gone, Town of Ruin. Here's the hero card. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This might be good. It's not mythic. It's just rare, but it's Van from Final Fantasy 12. It's got Surge foil and fully extended artwork. And I've heard people call these cards in particularly the Strike Oppose cards. Imperial City. Ooh. Of Arcades. Chocobo Knights. Triple Triad. So Triple Triad, this was from Final Fantasy VIII, and it was an actual card game that you played in the game, which is kind of cool. Very meta as it relates to what we're doing right here. We've got Auron, Venerated Guardian. He's from Final Fantasy X. And Aiden, the Usurper, from Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
Last pack. No Chocobos yet, but hopefully we've had some valuable cards in the mix here. Okay, last pack. Let's see. Oh, I don't know what's going on there. I'm going to do that. A lot of double-sided cards, and I'm not ever sure exactly what those mean. Crystal Fragments, Emperor of Palmacia, Tidus Blitzball Star. This is a different version of Tidus. Realms Sketching. That's cool. Again, the art, regardless of the cards, the art is all really solid. Got Sephiroth's Intervention, Black Mage's Rod, Fate of the Sun, Christ. Here's the Hero. And then we've got Lindblum, Industrial Regency. That's from Final Fantasy IX. It's a rare. Got Newfound Adventure. Uncommon. Eye of Nidhogg. Rare, legendary enchantment. I don't know how to pronounce this, but I'm going to do my best. Hralsberg of the First Blood. My guess is that's one of these. I don't know if that's a creature. Well, it's a creature in the game. I don't know if it's a summon in the video game. Espers of Magicite. Another Vincent Valentine with the Galleon Beast. We've gotten a lot of Vincent in this box. Island, and then finally the Summon Chocobo Mog. So those are the 12 packs of collector's boosters. I'm sure if there's anything valuable in there, and if you know more than I do, you're probably like, oh my God, he doesn't have any idea what he has there. But like I said, I'm going to get online, do some research to put up some of the values at least. Maybe not all of them because that's a lot of cards. But at least some of the rares and the mythics to put the value up there to make it a little bit more exciting for you, if you're not a Magic the Gathering fan, that is. But if you have any questions at all, please make them in the comments below. If you like this content, let us know. We might do more of this sort of thing. I'll probably leave it to Ryan because he's far more educated about what these cards mean as it relates to playing Magic the Gathering. But like I said, let us know in the comments below. Until next time, though, make sure everyone has fun at the table, and we'll see you then.